101.1 FM and AM 1160. And good morning to you. Thanks so much for being with us here on this cold first day of February. He is Indiana Borough Police Chief Justin Schawl joining us in the studio this morning. Let me throw a switch here like so. And now we've got you. I'll reintroduce you even. Justin Schawl, Indiana Borough Police Chief, brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are at the first day of February. I know that there have been some things that are things you do at the end of a year, the beginning of a new year. One of those is you look back at 2021 in this case, and you say, okay, well, what happened and how did we do, and try to come up with some assessments and some courses of action. Are you still in the process of that?
That's right. So at the end of every year, we do a year in review. So I've completed that year in review for members of Indiana Borough Council in our community. That presentation should be done at our next public meeting opportunity, which I believe is the middle of February. So we've had a chance to look back, and that's the way we need to start every new year, as you said. Looking back, what did we do right? What could we do potentially better for the community? Are there areas of concern? Are there areas of pride? And all those things are found. And 2021 was no different. The title of 2021's year in review is Perseverance with Honor. You know, we've been through quite a lot as a community, as a police department, as a law enforcement profession. And through 2021, we hoped at the end of 2020 that things would be more positive, better outlook. And, you know, I think it's probably up to debate from whoever you ask if 2021 was better. But we're here. We continue to persevere. We continue to do good things. We got some good things accomplished in 2021, and we're certainly looking forward to more and better in 2022.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to give that report to council soon, right?
I'm going to give that report to council mid-February.
Mid-February.
That's
okay.
right.
So that's coming up. You still got to clean it up a little bit, make sure there are no spelling errors, and all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted.
It's always important to get a professional product out there. So that's right. That's right.
So you do that, and you look forward to 2022. Unfortunately, from your standpoint, you're doing it without a key member who has entered into retirement.
Yeah, we start 2022, retirement of John Scherf, a 25-year veteran of the Indiana Police Department, 17 years of which in our criminal investigative unit, which certainly a significant loss. And in years past, we had retirement of Scott Schuler, retirement of Joe Clement. These are also key members of the detective unit. So, you know, in any police organization, you're always building for future successes. So John led us 25 years. He led our criminal investigations admirably for the last 17 years. And fortunately, he trained good people underneath him, and our detective sergeant and lieutenant have done a great job of continuing that. So huge loss for the Indiana Borough Community's criminal investigative division, but certainly one that should be celebrated for John Scherf as he retirement is something that needs celebrated. A career like that should be rewarded with retirement.
What a wonderful guy, and the leadership that he's provided down through the years just can't be overstated. And one of the great things about it is that when these fellows retire, you know that they can't just walk away. He'll still be a resource for you, won't he? When you need some advice from his angle.
Yeah, I think not only for me, but I think that you know, the county's still going to benefit, the borough's still going to benefit. I don't think that after that career with that much left for him, you know, he's certainly relatively young, as we're all relatively young, and so I don't anticipate that anyone would forget about him or have an opportunity to do that.
We're not going to Pacino him, huh?
No.
Just when you're out, we drag you back in. But we certainly can't afford to just say goodbye and not recognize that for the valuable resource that he is.
For sure. And I'm going to look forward in late February to more formally thank him for his service in front of Public Safety Committee of Council. So those are good things you get to do as chief of police. You know, you get to support a career. Hopefully you've done no harm. You've given everyone best opportunities to succeed, and then you can celebrate when we achieve milestones for each other. And certainly retirement. It's been said, and I said this when Bill Sutton retired, that you know, the ultimate promotion is to the rank of Mister when you know, you're in that position. So I think it's nice to get there. I don't know what that feels like yet. I hope to, and but certainly we're all able to cheer.
Yeah, absolutely. And meanwhile, the force goes on, and you add personnel, and when other personnel leave, you hope that you can replace them quickly and and with good folks, and so you continue to do that. That's one of the things about the job is we think of you as law enforcement officers, and that's primary. But in order to be that, you have to be one unified force working together, and so personnel is a big part of it, isn't
That's it. Personnel is an enormous part of it. We're blessed with the borough to have a very solid list of candidates moving forward, but that's always something that you work towards. We're always working towards recruiting best possible candidates for the community that we serve. Nationally, there's no secret to the fact that recruitment efforts have not been great. Certainly I can understand different perspectives on that, but Indiana Borough, we have a very solid list. So it's always going to be about organizational strength and integrity as we move forward, and how do we fill very large voids when institutional knowledge leaves us, like it does with someone with 25 years of service, and how do we recruit to bring in best possible candidates? Yeah. And so proud of that effort. There's always more work to be done in that arena. I encourage anyone that has a heart for service, is courageous, high character, to consider a job in law enforcement. No better time to get great people into our profession than now, because we're always building for future successes. The Indiana Borough Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, the Pennsylvania State Police, IEP Police Department, all of our county police departments, we're going to be existing forever for the safety of everyone. Mm-hmm. And so we can never stop. That's got to be the pursuit yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So not only was that a 2021 goal, it's going to be a 2022 goal, 2023 goal, is just keeping great people recruited into our profession.
I would think there'd be some pretty good opportunities out there as well, from the standpoint of there are people who maybe don't want that big city environment that is always in the news and on TV, and say to themselves, I'm good at what I do. I enjoy what I do, and a town like Indiana might be a place where I can continue to do what I do and do it well in a maybe a quieter environment isn't the right way to put it, but in a more controlled environment where it's less hectic and where there's maybe less stress. I would hope that would be the case.
I don't know, less stress, but I will say
you're not less stressed. Everybody else is less stressed because of you.
I will say this, that and this is a wonderful opportunity. Indiana County, Indiana Borough, great places to live, great places to raise a family. Great, all of our schools in the entire county, excellent. There's so much to offer here. I don't know why anyone wouldn't want to come here, and certainly we highlight that, and we try to highlight that. And not only do we try to highlight that, but I, as leader of the police department, trying to plug into that, because we have great things here. Mm-hmm. We need to keep great things here. We need to support each other, champion each other, build better things here, even though things are very solid. So Indiana County, Indiana Borough, all of our communities offer so much. I put them up against anywhere. I'd put our police service effort, not just of Indiana Borough, but again of the sheriff, of IUP, of the state police, against any in the country. Mm-hmm. And so this is a great place. We have great people in place, from the district attorney's office to the court systems. I mean, this is a very, very solid effort that Indiana County residents can be very proud of, and we just continue to build upon that.
There are some things out there that are common to those big cities and here, and that includes, of course, the need to protect people from ne'er-do-wells, and you do that and do that well. There are some things that maybe aren't as prominent, but are still very, very serious things. The number of scams is just amazing, and I know that you continue to do your best to investigate those, and that takes a great cooperative effort among different agencies too, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, because the folks who are using a virtual platform to fraud others aren't sitting within the walls of our community. They may not even be in the United States of America. So it's very difficult. It requires partners on a federal level, on a state level. We've been forced to move to a more virtual world since COVID. Mm-hmm. And so although we have more of a comfort level with computers and communicating that way and doing trainings and using credit cards, it's opened up a broader opportunity for people that are intent on harming others to do harm remotely. And so we're all trying to stay together in that. We're trying to put out as best information we can when we learn of a scam. Scams, they're creating new scams every day. And so we just want our community to be protected, to always be understanding it's we're not only fighting what's visible, we're fighting what's invisible,
Yeah.
and it's always going to be a challenge.
Yeah, and absolutely. When we talk to you next, it will be the beginning of March. We'll be looking forward to more springtime events. You, of course, will as well as you seek to protect the community from anything that is happening out there. And it will change character from more of wintertime mode for these next 4 or 5 weeks, and we think more in springtime mode, and that'll make you busy.
Yeah, it will. There's nothing that seems to be slowing us down, that's for sure. And with nicer weather comes celebrations, people outside. St. Patrick's Day we have coming up, you know. But I'll be quite honest. These are also good problems to have,
Sure.
because we're outside, we're gathering. Those are things that I'm optimistic about. And then certainly the police department's going to plug in, not only individually but with our partners, to continue with the public safety effort, you know. And these are things that are important for all of us, but we're all also looking forward to it. I love the snow, but I also love when it starts warming up, and so probably no one will be looking forward to it more than me.
How about that? Somebody that says they love the snow, and they say it at the first day of February too. You know, maybe some people say that at the beginning of December, but to say it still in February, you're a better man than I. He's Indiana Borough Police Chief Justin Schawl. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.